What's up, guys? Welcome back to DCA. So I get it's the holidays. A lot of people probably aren't trying to watch a long video right now, so I'm going to try and keep this one quick. I'm going to show you how Fantom is the gift that keeps on giving. So Fantom USD is what we're looking at here, and this is just demonstrating how basically back since the COVID capitulation event in early March 2020, Fantom has been on an extended uptrend. In fact, the rate or the velocity of the uptrend has in fact increased since January of 2021. So basically, since the bull market really got kicked off in January when Bitcoin went parabolic, we saw at that same time Fantom go parabolic. And in fact, if we just remove this earlier trend line here, we can see that we've come down on the weekly time frame. We started this trend here in late December, early January. We came back to the trend line here in July. And yet again, we have now come down to this trend line in December of 2021. Okay. So we have been using this particular trend line as a level of support basically since the beginning of the year. Now, the key thing and why I say that Fantom is the gift that keeps on giving is if we go to the daily time frame. Okay, so here we're looking at Fantom basically since March. All right. And what you can see is that Fantom basically in March went from this low right here at around 0.17 cents. Okay, so from 0.17 cents up to a peak at around 5.5 cents for about a 3,000+% gain. Okay. Now, what you'll notice is during this time, Bitcoin was showing strength. Obviously, we all know what happened during COVID. Fantom took a hit just like everything else did. But when Bitcoin was showing strength, Fantom then had the juice to take off for, around 3,500%. Well, from this time here in September until January, Bitcoin had all the momentum and sort of sucked the momentum out of everything else, which is kind of what we expect at the very early parabolic stages of a market cycle. Bitcoin sucks the wind out of everything else. A lot of coins, especially a lot of altcoins, lost value during this time. But Fantom in particular lost about 80%, which is, rather unique. Not a lot of coins were down 80% during this time as the cryptocurrency market in general was rising in value. So this is the, one of the only times where we see Bitcoin demonstrating strength and yet Fantom demonstrates weakness. And I'll show you that here in a moment. Then once Bitcoin really gets moving, Fantom sort of consolidates for a time. It, lands down here at around 1.2 cents. Okay. And then just explodes, going up all the way to just about 90 cents, right? So around 7,300% gain during that time. Then Bitcoin starts to show weakness in February. It sort of goes up only a few $1,000s. There's periods where it's down. It's mostly sideways, basically from February, late February until May, when it drops below its 20-week moving average. Fantom at this time falls from its peak at around 90 cents all the way down to about 15 cents. So in another 82% loss. Okay. So far we've seen Fantom go up 3,500% almost, 7,300% with two 80% drops in between. Okay. So when Bitcoin is showing strength, Fantom goes on massive moves. In general, when Bitcoin is showing weakness, Fantom loses a lot of its momentum. And when I say a lot, I do mean a lot. In fact, in a prior video analyzing the price history of Fantom, we showed Fantom, in fact, goes up more than almost any other coin during these stages where Bitcoin is showing strength. And in fact, Fantom goes down more than almost any other coin during the times when Bitcoin is showing weakness. When Bitcoin falls below its 20-week moving average or is heading down, Fantom is usually getting hammered. But when Bitcoin turns around and starts to show strength, then Fantom is showing extreme strength. In fact, more than almost anything else in the asset class. So this is why I say it's known as the gift that keeps on giving, because a lot of times when you miss an asset It runs up on you, it goes up multiple thousand%. You have missed the boat, and there's kind of no chance to get back into it and sort of capture these multi-thousand% gains. But Fantom, on the other hand, has given you numerous chances to do this: 3,500%, 7,400%, and then, like we said, another 82% drop. Then Bitcoin gets, starts to show strength. The market starts to turn around in July of this year, sort of the, second or third week of July. Fantom, what does it do? It goes up another 2,300% after coming down 82%. So it basically goes from around 15 cents all the way up to nearly $4. Okay, so you don't need a fortune teller to tell you what happens next. This is sort of the first week of November. We all know what happened then. Bitcoin sort of tops out, loses momentum, starts falling, drops below its 20-week moving average. Fantom during that time falls 67%. And if we put this in perspective, lots of people say, well, if I asked people what asset has done the worst over this time period, a lot of people would say Cardano. So notice Fantom is down 67%. Well, Cardano was only down 62%. So put that in perspective. Fantom, during the time since the market peaked, Fantom did worse than Cardano did. In fact, if you really want to look since, November, Fantom, Cardano is only down 50%. Granted, the price drop on Cardano was much more long-winded than that of Fantom. Nonetheless, Fantom was down. Fantom was down 67% from the first week in November. All right. Now, this is what we say. When the market is showing strength, which it has been for about the last week, what does Fantom do? Fantom knocks the socks off of every other asset. And in fact, we have seen Fantom up 71% in, only the last 10 days. In fact, if we just go over to CoinMarketCap and sort the top 100 coins by their performance over the last 7 days, you see Fantom coming in a solid third place, only trailing Near Protocol and Terra Luna. Okay, so Fantom is doing exactly what we expect Fantom to do. During the setting of strength from Bitcoin, Fantom just outperforms everything and has done so consistently throughout the market cycle. This doesn't guarantee you Fantom is going to put in another, multi-thousand% gain. And in fact, I would say, at least in the shorter term, that's likely going to be very difficult given that, Fantom at its low right now was down, was down here to about $1.14. So, that would require, for instance, going up to $11, $12, even to get to 1,000%, which I do believe Fantom can and will do. But in the short term, I think it's going to have some issues getting up that high. But what it's telling us is that just like we expected, and just like we said in the prior video that we made in the beginning of December, if you believe in the market, you believe in the strength of the market, Fantom is likely a very good investment to be making because, like we see here from this local position here on the 14th of December up to this peak that we made on the 24th, Fantom was up 83%. So if the market turns around and heads down, we've showed you Fantom is going to get annihilated. It does every single time. It's down 82%, 70%. Even if we just quickly, just just to show you that this is not some new trend. Let's go from the middle of 2019 down to COVID. Okay, down 96%. All right. Well, what about what happened just prior to that? Well, Fantom was up a mere 1,372%. So this is Fantom's MO. It goes down harder than everything else, and it goes up harder than everything else. So, if you're bullish on the market, you may consider, getting into a small position in Fantom. I do advise caution because we are certainly at a critical point. We've done lots of macro level, analysis on the cryptocurrency asset class recently, showing how being below the 20-week moving average, now we're above the 50-week moving average. That is sort of a critical place for crypto to be. So I wouldn't go all in. This isn't financial advice. I'm just telling you from my perspective. I wouldn't go all in, but you know, if you expect the market to continue heading up in this market cycle, Fantom may yet yield some of the best returns in the entire asset class. So that's it for this one, guys. If you guys like this type of content, hit like and subscribe. And until next time, as usual, happy holidays and see you.